While my coffee is brewing, I am going to start prepping my oatmeal. Gluten-free rolled oats. But what I don't like about rolled oats, okay, I like quick oats. So I'm just gonna blend these down. I like the way that quick oats cook. Like I think that they're like offer thicker, creamier oatmeal, but the quick oats don't come in gluten-free. Not that I'm fully gluten-free, I'm not. I just like having organic gluten-free oatmeal in the morning because I feel like I'm starting on a good note. I don't know, it just feels good. I'm literally just gonna pulse it twice. 1, 2. I don't want it into a flour. Like I don't want it to be like I'm making porridge. I want it to be like I'm making oatmeal today. But I just want to like shorten the grains, make them a little bit smaller. Now I'm not eating breakfast yet because I have to drink my coffee. I'm gonna make these oats in the microwave because I just want it to be fast. So I'm gonna pour my oats into my bowl. Cinnamon, I use a lot. So I always add like a dash of salt because whenever something is sweet, I like to balance it with salt. Then I'm just gonna let it soak for like the 30 minutes that I'm drinking my coffee. I'm just gonna literally let this sit on the counter and soakaroo while I go drink my coffee on the couch. These are my happy moments. I don't like when people talk to me during this time. I'm gonna find an episode of the Great American Baking Show or the Great British Baking Show, whichever one's newer. I'm gonna drink my coffee for as long as it takes. Well, my coffee worked, super good. We're gonna get on the rest of my oatmeal. It's thickened up a little bit, which is why I like it soaking. I should have used a little less milk because it hasn't thickened as much as I like it to, but that's okay. Now I'll pop it into the microwave to get it cooking. Over the stove is also delicious, but this is just easy for me right now. Less dishes is what I'm going for. Protein powder in my oats today. Protein powder is gonna keep it, it's gonna sweeten it, it's gonna add a filling factor that we need, and it's going to make it so that I don't have to add additional sugar and additional carbs. Sometimes I will, especially if I'm making porridge, I will add like sometimes additional sugar. It's not a big deal, I don't mind, but if I can get that all done in one kind of hit with a protein powder, I will. Get these sliced directly into my bowl. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but I actually like when my berries are warm and soft in my oatmeal. I know it's summer, but it's rainy and like not hot here right now. I just want something cozy. Those are blueberries. Now I'm gonna pop it into the microwave again because I want these berries to get soft and I still want it to thicken a little bit more. I just over poured the milk and it's not thickening the way I want it to, which I wouldn't care if it was just me, but because I'm recording it for you guys, I feel like, shouldn't I do it right? I don't know. The last thing I'm gonna do is rehydrate some peanut butter powder. Take about 2 tablespoons into a little bowl, rehydrate with a dash of milk. I think you can use water too. Mix it until it looks like peanut butter. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. This is actually a massive bowl of oatmeal. Beautiful. Then we go in with our protein powder. Use a full scoop of either Legion or Ancient Nutrition Bone Broth protein. I like them both. Just depends on my mood. Protein powder and my oatmeal I put in after I microwave it or after it's cooked on the stove because it gets kind of grainy, whereas when I'm making porridge it doesn't do that, so I can put it in all together. On a normal day I wouldn't do this, but for the sake of the internet I'm gonna pour it into a white bowl. And then full transparency, I've only been using the peanut butter powder in place of peanut butter for like literally 2 days. Normally I'd use a tablespoon of peanut butter. The last couple of days I've been using peanut butter powder kind of because I have it, but also just because I wanted to experiment with how it plays on my satisfaction, if it helps like the scale trend down without trying, right? I like to see like the little things that might help the scale trend down without feeling like it's a chore or like I'm making an active effort. And honestly, it's better than I thought it was. I think it actually tastes really good. That's that. Day 1 of a balanced breakfast. Half a cup of oats with a scoop of protein powder, about a cup to a cup and a half of almond milk, peanut butter or peanut butter powder, and at least a cup of berries. I've had prettier bowls before, but this is real life. Breakfast day 2. On Sundays, David makes Kodiak cakes. Literal pancakes. This is actually the fastest way to make pancakes. It's a good way to meal prep pancakes. And you can take your toppings and you can just throw them right on top with some chocolate chips and blueberries on this half, chocolate chips on this half. And that goes into the oven at 375 until they're done. I don't know. Day 2, Sunday morning protein pancakes. Added a lot of strawberries for fiber. This is the peanut butter protein powder for a little bit more protein. Some jam that we got from Greece. Then I'm gonna use this sugar-free maple syrup. I often will also use a drop of regular maple syrup, so I might actually do that too. But I use this because I don't eat pancakes without syrup on them, and a lot of it. So this is my like practical balance. I will also use the other one for a little bit of flavor sometimes, but because I use like half a cup, a quarter cup of maple syrup on my pancakes, I do go for like the sugar-free one sometimes. The beauty of healthy habits is that you're able to enjoy pancake Sundays with your family and put your own little swing on things. Add volume through strawberries or whatever it might be. Add a little bit of peanut butter protein if you need to, and you can still get to enjoy with everybody. Day 3. I already finished my water bottle. I just got back from the gym. It's 9 a.m. and I haven't had coffee yet, so that's what we're doing first. I need more K-cups. I'm gonna have oatmeal again today because I had a really hard workout. I did kind of want eggs, but I'm having eggs for lunch. I'm gonna do the same thing, just soak them while I'm drinking my coffee. Cinnamon, salt. Oops, that was a lot. Milk, letting this soak. Off to drink my coffee, bye. Coffee has worked its magic. Now it's time to finish breakfast. It's already 10:30, which is quite a bit lighter than I normally eat. Large scoop of protein powder because I definitely need it today. I just remembered that on Wednesday, it's Eid, which is a Muslim holiday, and we are getting up super early that morning to go to celebrate, participate in traditions with other people on a farm, and I just realized that day is going to be included in this video, which is really cool because it'll just offer a different perspective on what you do when you have balanced, healthy habits and your routine and your schedule is shaken up. Today I'm using real peanut butter, not peanut butter powder. I feel like I'm going to need a little bit of fat just to keep me held over longer. Actually, maybe I'll do like 1 tablespoon of regular, and then I'll also use some peanut butter powder. I don't know, I've just been liking the peanut butter powder. Like now it's just out of genuine enjoyment. Day 3. This is hopefully as ugly as it'll get, guys. This is real life though. We got protein, we got fiber, we got volume, we have healthy fats, everything you need. And taste satisfaction, which goes a long way. No thank you. Good morning. It's Eid today. Eid, a Muslim holiday. We have to be out of the house much earlier than normal. My mom was like, you're a morning person. This shouldn't be that hard for you. And I was like, I'm a morning person in my home. Like I wake up early and I park it for 2 hours before I exit my house or let anybody talk to me. We have to leave at like 6:40, so I need to go get dressed. We're going to a farm on a holiday. I have no idea what the other girls are going to be wearing. My eyes are bloodshot red. This is just how they've been lately. I have no idea why I think it's allergies, but the rest of I feel fine everywhere else right now. And normally my allergies are everywhere. So I don't know like if I want to drink my normal water and coffee right now because it's an hour drive to the farm and I feel like I'm gonna have to use the bathroom the whole time. So I'm thinking half the amount of water, still make the coffee because I have no idea like what to expect. They said that they're gonna have breakfast at the thing, but I think it's more like, I think there's a lot of people, I think it's more like little snacks. I have no idea what it is. We've never done this. Like we've celebrated Eid our entire lives, but we've never like gone to the farm. It's interesting. I'm excited to experience it, but I like just don't know what to expect. I gotta go get ready. I almost didn't ask my sister because it was such short notice, but thank God I did. She said people dress for the farm. This is like my go-to quick, half lazy outfit. So white t-shirt, jeans, and these are like mom jeans, I think. You gotta just pick them up a little, they're a little stiff. A brown belt, gold jewelry, right? Subtle jewelry. Really simple, and then I'll do that with white tennis shoes. It'll still like look like I tried a little bit. My makeup isn't done. I'll do that in the car. Hair slicked back in a pony because it's hair wash day. I didn't make you any breakfast, honey, sorry. Because, no, you don't get anything. I saw a lady on Instagram tie her sweater like this. I don't think it works on me, and I think it was a very different sweater that she did. But I actually decided I probably don't need this at all. If my sister is bringing me an abaya, then this is just gonna get in the way. So I'll bring it with me, because what if I'm cold, even though it's hot and it's summer? All right, 1 hour later, we're almost there. I did my makeup in the car, and I tried to keep it kind of light because I don't think anybody else is gonna care. And I really have to use the bathroom, so coffee was maybe a scary choice. It looks like a real farm town now. Cuties. Well, it is definitely a real farm. We're in our hijabs, abayas. David's in abaya too, which is cool. I can't find a bathroom anywhere. I really have to pee, so we're gonna just hold it. All the little people. Cute. We found the bathroom, which is so good. The moments like this, I wonder, is being dehydrated better? I don't know. Probably. They're the inconvenience of needing to find a bathroom. And then you open the door to the bathroom, and there's a big sheep. It's from Costco. That's okay. Can you wait? Did you get a camera?
We're all working together. Celebration.
Why don't you guys sit down over here on the porch?
I'm just gonna grab a. Oh wait. We can on the camera.
Okay, this is the final plate. So we got lots of fruit and fiber, some protein with eggs, and then of course I saw my favorite donut flavor. I had to get it. It was already cut in half. It was meant to be like a quarter of a bagel with some cream cheese, and that is a perfect balanced brunch in a social situation. And I got a bottle of water because you gotta hydrate and then use the bathroom now that I know where it is.
Good? Yeah, come.
It's almost my brother-in-law's turn. That was interesting to watch. I mean, it's pretty cool because you really get, you know, you hear that halal meat is like meat that's been read the Quran to and killed in like a holy and calm way, and that the animals don't go under distress, they don't see the knife, they don't whatever, but it's cool to see it because you're like, wow, the animal is calm and it is really fast and they're not fighting. What's nice is that when you do it that way, it doesn't release stress hormones. The animal doesn't, so you're not consuming, when you eat it, you're not consuming the stress hormone. So like the you are what you eat is very true, and it, like if your animal is stressed, then you will eat that stress if you eat it. So that was really interesting. It was emotional. You know, at the end of the day, it's like you don't want to turn a blind eye to the way the food hits your table, and if you're gonna do it right. So it was pretty cool. Everyone's just hanging out now. People and food here. Sheep. Here, it's crazy. They're just running around. The kids are getting as close as they possibly can. See, everyone's getting like second breakfast. I got this banana pie. I feel like it's still breakfast time, so I still have to share it. Fun food fits, promise. We're home now, 12 p.m. almost. Okay, so before I go into like what Eid al-Adha is and why we sacrifice the sheep on this holiday, I'm gonna talk about breakfast really quick. My first plate of breakfast was a pretty normal amount of food for me, nothing crazy. If anything, maybe a little bit less protein than normal, but otherwise normal. The donut, I cut like a half a donut and then I shared it. Ended up eating like a quarter, and that was a quarter of a bagel. So berries for fiber and the eggs for protein, so pretty in line. If anything, maybe a little bit fewer calories than I actually normally have in a bowl of oatmeal or my normal eggplant plate. Maybe not, maybe around the same, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Ballpark the same, maybe possibly a little bit less. So when we like broke and we were kind of like doing our own thing or waiting for the sheep to be slaughtered, watching that part for like 2 hours, when you come back and there was so much more food, like we came back and more people had come, more people had brought things out, and I saw like the cream pie, banana cream pie or whatever that was. It was delicious. That's like my favorite dessert. It was still only 10 a.m. So for me, that's viewed as a snack or like a second breakfast, mini meal, whatever you want to call it. Calorie wise, it was probably pretty high because it was a solid portion of cake and it packs a lot of calories into a little bit. So it doesn't look like a ton of food, maybe like all together, but calorie wise, desserts really pack it in, and it was a larger portion. When you eat like a little bit more than you would have eaten at home, your hunger is typically going to adjust. So right about now, I would probably start to feel hungry for lunch or start to like know that lunch is gonna happen in the next hour. But my body is going to adjust on its own, right? Like I know I need hydration, I know I need water, but I don't necessarily think I'm starving at all for food right now. I'm not worried about eating a little bit more because my body naturally adjusts, and that's where like people talk about intuitive eating. It's a piece of intuitive eating. It's trusting your body's natural hunger cues, but I don't rely fully on intuitive eating because I think we have to use, like, we have brains for a reason, and your body's not going to tell you everything it needs to tell you, especially when it's something that's like sugar or carb based that maybe doesn't make you feel as full as something that's protein and fiber based would have made you feel. Some foods are just easier to overeat, and dessert, carbs, and fat kind of squished together typically tends to be one of those, whereas protein and fiber tend to make you feel more satiated. It's harder to overeat. So that's why I don't like to rely fully on intuitive eating. I don't think it tells the full story all the time. But when we put the two together, like, I trust my body, I can hear it, I can listen to it, and I put together what I know about nutrition and the science of nutrition that I think everybody has a right to know and understand, then I think that we can make decisions to help us reach our goals, to help us find our happy weight, to help us have naturally healthy habits that make us feel really good. So that's just a little bit of a teaching moment there. I feel like that's a good learning moment. We all have social moments. We all have holidays that we celebrate. We all have moments where we maybe have seconds and feel like maybe we ate a little bit too much, or we had dessert and we feel like we don't normally do that, or again, it put us over the edge just a little bit. Your body will adjust later in the day. Don't stress. Don't worry. The worst thing that you can do is stress out about it, hate yourself for it, have immense guilt for it, and then continue to make bad decisions that spiral, because negative thoughts lead to negative actions, positive thoughts, positive actions. So kind of like accept it, enjoy it, move forward, make the decision consciously. Right? Like, I made that decision consciously. And then I was like, cool, okay, moving forward. Then I know that sometimes these concepts are so much nuance. Every situation is slightly different. So leave me a comment below if you just need a little bit more guidance on that one. It's also what I work with clients on all the time. I'm working on a new program. So hopefully I can get my approach, my program to more hands and make it a little bit more accessible. So stay tuned for that too. All right, Eid al-Adha is a Muslim holiday, a holiday in the religion of Islam. We have 2 Eids a year, and people are often very familiar with the one that happens right after Ramadan, so that 30-day month where we are fasting. We have like an Eid that follows, Eid al-Fitr. People tend to be like understand that one, but Eid al-Adha kind of falls at a time where people are like, wait, why are you taking off work? Right? Like, people don't fully understand it, and they feel like, didn't you just have an Eid? So Eid al-Adha is like in honor of the story of Abraham. Okay, so when God asked Abraham to sacrifice one of his children for the sake of God, Abraham was going to do it. And then God kind of like freed him of that. He said, okay, just the fact alone that you were going to do it for me is enough. And like, he like gave him the blessing of not having to do that, or whatever it was. So every year in Eid al-Adha, that's like a super simplified version of the story, people sacrifice a sheep because God gave Abraham a sheep in place of his sons to sacrifice for the sake of God. So people will sacrifice a sheep still to this day. This is editing Lena from the future popping in to say, I missed like a very vital part of that explanation. We not only just like slaughter to slaughter sacrifice, I feel like that's such a minimal part of it all, but it's also split, whatever that animal that's yours is split into 3s. So a third of it, of the meat from that animal, goes to your family, like your immediate family and friends. A third goes to your neighbors, so you're supposed to share it with like your closest community, and a third goes to the needy. So then you donate that third. That's like the biggest part of all of this. And you know, you've probably heard of like halal meat, and it's just like the Islamic way to slaughter your food. You read the Quran, which is Arabic prayer to it, from the Holy Quran. You read that to it, you don't show it the knife, you cover its eyes, you make it feel really calm. And that way, when you go to slaughter it, it's like calm, it's a peaceful act, right? Versus like the way that they do it conventionally in conventional farms, it's more brutal, maybe that's the word. And when you do that, the animal is releasing a lot of stress hormones. It's just sadder and it's worse. So you're actually not supposed to eat meat that's not slaughtered in a halal way in Islam. We grew up a little bit lenient on that, but honestly, after seeing this process, it's very tempting to want to switch over to purely halal meat. Experience-wise, I've never experienced that before. I've never gone to a farm and actually seen animals slaughtered. We didn't really grow up doing that, but a lot of families do. They grow up doing that. We all go to like Eid prayer or the Salah. It's like going to mass on Christmas or Christmas Eve. So we'll go do that, and then people will slaughter their animals. Typically the man of the family will go do that. It was interesting, it was eye-opening. It's also nice to see what halal really means and how beautiful of a process it really is. Like you would see the sheeps kind of like ready to run or be loud, and then someone would start reading Quran to it, and it would just calm. And that's really cool, you know? It would go into Zen mode. All the kids could watch because it was very calm, as long as her parents were okay with it. You know, kids could watch. It was really peaceful thing. You know, everyone says like Islam is a super peaceful religion, but when you see its actions always speak louder than words. So they say it's a very peaceful religion, right? But when you see that in action, I think that's really cool. It's early, we're back home. Typically on a normal Eid, we would go to brunch at my aunt's house or lunch or something, but it's a Wednesday, so she is having hers on Sunday, inshallah, or Saturday or something. It's on the weekend. So we literally have nothing to do today. I should probably go see my dad. Maybe we'll go to my dad's house, we'll see. I'm gonna do a little bit of work, start to edit, make sure I'm posted on all sites, and I'm gonna start to edit this video, so there'll be a little bit of inception going on. Day 5, we're going quick. We got 2 eggs and plenty of egg whites. I didn't measure, but there's a lot. Half a ciabatta bread, like the bottom from Trader Joe's, half a mini avocado, sea salt on top, and 3 strawberries. This is a fast, really easy way to go. Normally, I would love some cottage cheese in these because it makes it super creamy and delicious, but I'm trying to reduce that dairy just a little bit because I've been breaking out a lot and I want to see what it's from. But this is one of my favorite egg breakfast plates. We got fiber in the avocado, carbs in the bread, protein in the eggs and egg whites, and then a little bit of color. Delicious, perfect every time, never fails, keeps me full.